What is up, everybody? Let's see how my party is progressing. As some of you may know, I had somewhat of a difficult time with this Christmas event. My tank just was not tanky enough. I was using healing potions. That's not the case now, pretty much. I can just shred this whole thing. And I just did that by increasing my rogue's damage a little bit. I did score some better gear for my tank, so now she has more hit points. So, this grind has become much easier. Now I'm about to unlock the next level to this grind, hopefully get more resources, because there are some good stuff. There are some good things that you can get from running this Christmas event. Obviously, there's just a bunch of cool stuff that you can make. It's all in the shop. And look at that. I love all the wings. I definitely dig it. So this game has still been a lot of fun for me. Let's take it back to the home screen for a minute. So, what I wanted to talk about is, I know I covered a video talking about how this game is receiving some crazy hate. And I can't pin down where it's coming from. I just don't understand. When I see people talking about it, I ask them, I leave a comment, I'm like, well, what are you talking about? Where are you getting any of this from? I have not gotten a response on anything. I've tried to have like a meaningful conversation about why certain people are just trying to like dick this game into the dirt, and I just don't understand, because obviously, like, I'm not getting a response. Nobody's telling me why they're doing what they're doing or saying what they're saying. But pretty much the latest in this drama, I forget exactly what the video was called. It was pretty much like, you need to uninstall this game right now. And I'm like, for reals? It's that bad? Something happened and it's that bad? And I'm waiting for it. I'm like watching this video and I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be something. They must have dicked us around really bad this time. What is it, you know? And then come to find out, the huge complaint was, are you ready for this, folks? The big complaint was that this game was buying ratings through the Google Play Store. It was paying some company to go and give it likes so it had a better rating to get more players. Yeah, that was it. So this is a common practice amongst gachas. Okay, this is something that all gachas do, right? And this individual complaining about this, we'll just call him Steven Universe. How about that? We'll just call him Steven Universe. That's who I'm talking about. For him to be complaining about a gacha practice that every single gacha game is doing out there, it's just wild to me. It's just wild to me. If all of these game companies are purchasing ratings, how could you expect this game to compete if they weren't doing the same thing, right? It's almost like the whole steroid baseball scandal, right? You know, the one guy says, yeah, I'll stop doing steroids when everybody else stops doing steroids, so it's an even playing field. So that's kind of where I see this whole buying ratings thing. Every app is doing it on the Google Store. Okay, so to tell us to uninstall this game because they bought some ratings, they went from a 4.4 to a 4.7 overnight, and they paid some firm to do that. Like, big whoop. They're trying to get more players into the game. So I've been looking through these vids and I'm like, where's all these complaints coming from? And I think I've actually cracked the code. I think I've actually figured out what's going on. So here is my theory on this. Pretty much there is a group of players that played this game in beta, right? And the problem is they don't realize that a beta version of the game is really going to be different from the game. First of all, in a beta version, There is no spending. You cannot buy resources. Okay? And that's all a beta is a game getting tested and the developers fine-tuning the game with actual players in it. So how do you do that with a gacha? How do you do that with a gacha game? Well, you open the game up and you let players in, obviously. But here's the thing. You have to somehow simulate players spending money, some resources. That is what these betas are all about. They're trying to figure out how much resources they can give to players. And obviously, you can't buy anything in a beta, so they just open everything, and they're going to give you resources to progress. They're going to keep an eye on that. That's going to help them figure out, hey, did we give away too many resources? Or did we give away not enough? Also, they have to factor in, hey, people are going to be spending money on this game. The average player is going to spend $5, $7, something like that. So they try to factor that in, and they give you those resources as if you were spending $7 to $10 a day or whatever. One of the big complaints coming over from beta was they used to get a free SSR unit every single day. And now we don't. Oh my God, we don't. You don't just get to have a free character every single day. Now that costs like... You can still get that ticket, but now it costs some lapis, and they were bitching up a storm about that. And it's like, dude, did you just expect everything to just be like the beta forever? Like, I mean, should we just get 50 SSR tickets in the mail every day type deal? So these are the complaints that I'm hearing about, and it sounds like it's coming from these players that play the beta version. And I just don't think that they understand that beta is trying to emulate what the real world game would be like. So they're going to give you resources in the beta that you are not going to just be able to get in the actual game unless, yes, you spend some money, $5-10 here and there. And the big complaint now is we're dropping a limited character. This game is not listening to anything any of the players are saying, according to Steven Universe, and instead they're dropping a limited character. How disgraceful. Honestly, I don't see what the big whoop is about it. Every single one of these gacha games drops limited characters. It's Christmas. We're expecting limited characters. And from what I'm hearing, it almost sounds like this individual's like they should stop with this limited character launch, and they should just fix these problems. And when I say fix these problems, I mean give us free shit. This guy is pretty much telling people to uninstall the game because they're buying ratings on Google Play. I just don't get it. That was the big gripe at the end of it. I watched the whole thing, and I'm like, okay, what do they do? Because, hey, guys, if a gacha is dicking its players around, I'm the first one in line to fight that good fight. Anybody that's been on this channel for a while knows, as soon as a gacha like really rubs us the wrong way, I'm gonna be the one that says something about it, and I will. I've done it multiple times over multiple things that that were bad, that really shit on the players. And for the most part, people get behind me on these things. I get a lot of support from it. I think that's part of the reason why I have some of the subs that I have. Because they know that when one of these gacha games tries to dick us around, I'm going to say something about it. I'm not sponsored by any game. I refuse to be sponsored by any game, because then they could edit me. And they could tell me not to say things, right? So I'm waiting for something legitimate, because pretty much this video is like, why you need to uninstall this game now. And I'm waiting for something legitimate, and I'm like, what? Are they lying about their pull rate? Are they lying about their pity? What is it? What is it? What do they do? Are they stealing our information and selling it to China? What is it? And come to find out, the biggest gripe was they're buying ratings. They're buying ratings from some firm for the Google Play Store. They went from a 4.3 to a 4.7 rating overnight. Who gives a shit? Every single gacha game is doing that right now. I still, for the life of me, cannot understand why this game is catching so much hate. In the middle of this dude's hate-mongering speech, he stops and he's like, you know, the game could have been great. The game plays great. The combat's great. Could have been a wonderful game. The art is great. And I'm like, you just described a wonderful game to me. What is your problem with it? And really, I don't see an actual problem. I see people being disappointed that they're not getting the same resources as they were in the beta. And what they don't understand is if they open this game up like that and just gave everything away, there would be no game, okay? Because the studio wouldn't be able to keep its lights on. They would not come out with new content. And then you would be complaining that the game's stagnant because there's not enough resources to keep making new content for the game. So that's the way I see it. So if you guys hear a bunch of crazy ass hate about this game from somebody that rhymes with Steven Universe, I would just take it with a big ass grain of salt, because I've watched the vids. They just don't make sense to me at all. And I've left comments. I've tried to have like a meaningful discussion about this. I'm not getting a response at all. I mean, I would legitimately just like to hear him actually justify some of this stuff. And that sucks, because that's one of the major YouTube content creators for this game. It is what it is. These videos just keep popping up in my feed, and it's probably like the second or third one I've watched that is just totally offbeat. You know, because my videos are the exact opposite. I'm sitting here looking at this game for the wonder that it is, and giving it props for making the gacha marketplace better overall for all players. That's the way I'm looking at this. Even if you're not a huge fan of this game in particular, you have to be a huge fan. You have to be a huge fan of their shop. You have to be a huge fan of the fact that they're selling you things for $2, $3, $1.99, $1.99. Things you could actually use. There's weekly packs. I mean, come on, guys. In this treasure tab right here, for $30, I just got 20,000 lapis. Now, show me another gacha game. Show me another gacha game where you can get, 70 pulls for 20, 30 bucks. Even if it is some kind of special bundle type thing. Because that's pretty much what I just did. I have enough to do like 70 pulls, and it cost me like 20 bucks for that bundle, and I'm still getting crystals. That is in the treasure. It is one of these bundle things that I have active. Find me another game that's giving you this many resources, or at least a way to get this many resources for damn near nothing. I mean, $30 as far as a gacha goes, I could spend $30 on any other gacha and just literally get nothing. Not even have a minute chance of getting an SSR character. They got bundles in here for a couple bucks that'll just instantly give you a character. You get to pick which one you want. The banners are fair. Right, I just had the worst summoning experience in this game possible, and it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad because the pity is going to give you a 50% chance to get one of the two featured heroes. Or you can just get a Valiant hero instead. And so I struck out. Both times I filled up this pity, they actually gave me, what's this girl's name? Athena. They gave me Athena instead of Sonya. Not the end of the world. Guys, my Sonya is still like 5-star. Oh, wait. My Sonya is 6-star, yeah. I still managed to make it happen without getting a dupe of her. Now, getting a dupe would be helpful to get her to that UR level. Great, right? But it's not the end of the world. I've been playing this game for a week. The fact that I even have a 6-star character that's doing a ton of damage, pushing my party around, that level 9 Chainsaw Massacre is awesome, right? I think the balance is really good in this game so far. I'm like a week and a half into it. I got pretty much a level 60 party. I've finally managed to play with the jobs a little bit. Sonya, actually, I believe she's an assassin. Yeah, Sonya's an assassin now, so I'm actually getting to see what the different jobs do, how they add to your kit. I definitely like the way that these characters are scaling up, right? And pretty soon they're going to drop the first limited character, and I'm excited about that because I'm excited to see what kind of power they're going to give us in this character. Like I said, in some games, limited characters have a lot more power than the rest of the characters. In other games, it's just an aesthetic thing, you know, it's just a collector's thing. So who knows? I don't know, but I am prepared. I hope you are too, right? You still have a few days, grind out as much lapis as you can. And if you see any more hate vids on this game, man, just ignore that shit, because I have watched all of them and none of them make any sense to me at all. And like I said, when I ask about it, when I inquire about it, I do not get an answer about it at all. And I don't know if people are just getting mad and making rage videos that they just... I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. It's all strange to me. Like, this is the second time I've actually had to go back into this game. The first time I watched a video where it was like, you know, leveling up your units is impossible. It's impossible to get dupes, and it's not fair because we're not getting a free character every day. And I went and I looked and I was like, wait, no, I got like 5 and 6 star heroes. I've been playing the game for a week. This is just absolutely insane. So that's the best advice I can give. Unfortunately, it seems like this game has kind of a weird community, right? Because this guy's not also just making these vids. Like, he has some support, right? I mean, he's a bigger YouTuber than me, if you want to consider me a YouTuber. And this guy does have some support. Like, the video that I was watching where he was just clowning on this game, yeah, it definitely had a dislike ratio, but it still had some likes. There's still going to be people that just are going to support that camp. To me, all of the arguing against this game was just meaningless. None of it made any sense. But to other people, they hit that like button. You know, what are you going to do? That fuels the fire. So it makes me wonder. It really makes me wonder if other companies want this game put down. I don't know. There's a lot of money in gachas, and you guys would be surprised at the lengths that one of these gacha companies would go to further their game and to put another game down. It just doesn't. It wouldn't surprise me at all with the amount of money that's at stake here, because you guys got to realize there's millions and millions of dollars in these games, right? So you make some bad publicity for one game and all the players go to another game, that's a huge increase in monies, and everybody likes monies. So I don't know if some of this hate is financially motivated. I really would hope not. But, I mean, there's nothing I can prove, and I'm not making allegations. It's just kind of silly to me, and it's crazy. I mean, the fact that I even have to think about that as a possibility, because it's just so wild to me. I even tried asking him, like, what other games are you comparing this to? And that would have been nice to get that answered, because I don't know. I didn't get an answer for that. So I don't know what the hell Steven Universe is talking about. I don't know which games he's comparing this to that are so much better than this game, because obviously he won't tell me. So I don't know. The whole thing is weird. I would just take everything that, like, those hate videos say and just kind of throw that shit away and ignore it. If you're having fun in this game, if you're having a blast, if you enjoy collecting these characters, if you enjoy having a 5% banner and an awesome pity system, and if you enjoy having select tickets that actually let you pick the character that you want, if you enjoy actually getting a $2 bundle and having something to show for it, then keep on playing Shining Beyond, because that's what I'm doing. I ain't going nowhere. I love this game wholeheartedly, and that's before we even got our first limited character, so I can't wait to see how well that's gonna go. By the way, guys, here's the guild. Last Tsar. That's me, baby. In case you're wondering, Tsar does mean king in Russian. So this is the guild. There's still some room. Anybody wants, they can join. And we are going to be doing some awesome stuff in here. So I will keep the content rolling, right? It's all going to be positive. Unless this game company actually does do something to tread on its players. If it's real, guys, I will be the first one in line to shake my fist at them. Okay, and anybody that's been around this channel knows that I'm sure the developers at Last Claudia absolutely hate me. But hey, what are you gonna do? I've had to call them out on a few things. It just goes with the territory, right? My channel is here for the players. It's not here for the game developers to make money, right? So at the end of the day, I'm trying to look out for players. And I'm a player myself, so that just makes sense. I want to protect myself and my own kind, right? And right now, I'm trying to protect us all from some crazy misinformation. At the end of the day, guys, every single app in the Google Play Store, they pay some money for some firm to give them some positive ratings. If there's some bad ratings, you know, they pay a room full of quote-unquote hackers, aka little Asian guys with glasses, to sit there and flood the comment section with a bunch of comments so your negative comment gets pushed all the way to the very bottom where no one can ever see it. And of course, they make a bunch of different accounts and they go on there and they rate it a 5-star. Big whoop. Okay, there's advertisements on TV right now where there's a firm that'll do this for any business, right? Like I could hire them to improve the rating of my business online. You know, you pay them their $500 a month and they will pretty much make sure that you have better ratings online. There's nothing new about this. This has been going around. It should be nothing crazy at all about these app companies doing this. We should all know that it's happening. We should have known that this has been happening for a long time. It's not like this is the only app that's doing it. And personally, at the end of the day, guys, I don't give a shit what rating this game has in the Google Play Store. It doesn't matter to me. This game could be a 5 out of 5. And it could still have problems, or it could be ranked 1 out of 5, and I'd still play it if I actually enjoy the game. If you're in here, if you're rocking this game, if you're enjoying it, keep on playing it, right? We're under quarantine right now. There's not much anybody can do anyway. So just enjoy, have a safe holiday, and hopefully you and me will get this new limited character that's about to drop in here. All right? Other than that, peace, everybody. Keep your chin up.